Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. And when I say human rights for all people, I'm speaking about the rights that every individual, every human being has for being on this earth. Now, there are a lot of things happening across the world today. I'm sure we are familiar, at least in our scope, in our territory. What's happening? There's a war going on. Life is about the giver of life. Death is about the destroyer of life. We live because of the power to live, but we are dying because of the power to die, being embedded in death from the people. A lack of knowledge. When we think about in America, there are a lot of people talking about a racial war. That is the devil. That is evil. And its advocacy comes from the devil's advocates. They want a civil war, a race war, all of them combined in one, for the purpose of destroying the nation. Not to change things, but to destroy the nation. And if the nation is not destroyed, then at least the power, the wills of Satan, the wills of evil are in operation on this land. That is the focus, that is the purpose and agenda of all governments over the face of the earth. If there's a race war, as I was mentioning earlier in America, white people will be able to kill as many blacks as they can see. But blacks are everywhere. And there's one thing that we can recall, if it's true, that after the Civil War before, the South was upset because most of that stuff was burned down. You can be assured if there is a race war in America, there will be no winners except Satan. The devil would have won. And the devil's advocates who would have brought on this war would be just as victimized as everybody else, because there will be nothing left. Nothing. And the devil can rejoice because it has overwhelmed truth. It has overwhelmed life. What am I saying to we as people? I'm saying to every citizen, wherever you are. That means you, the people, whether you are in government or out of government. I'm speaking to every last one of you. Just as our bodies are structured and just how they operate, just as efficiently as they operate, the system of life is designed so as well. And it is people walking according to the spirit of that power that is for their creation that allows them to experience that for which it was designed. Peace and prosperity and freedom and joy, happiness was designed for every human being on the face of the earth. In order to receive that, you must be satisfied in other things of the earth. You must be satisfied in other things of the earth. If you're not satisfied, there's no peace. If you're not satisfied, your prosperity is hampered. If you're not satisfied, your freedom is curtailed. If you're not satisfied, you're robbed of your joy. If you're not satisfied, your dreams aren't coming true. If you're not satisfied, you're angry. You're racist and a bigot, and all of these things happen because you're not satisfied. Now, the system that was designed for life satisfies all of that. The system that was not designed for life takes away from that. And all over the world, it is robbed all over the world. I'm saying to people, human beings all over the world, you are robbed of life. Yes, all of us who are living today, we walked into this environment. We walked into this situation. It was here before we got here. We were brought up in it. It is as much a part of us as our breathing. And yet, it is not functional. It is not proper. It is a cancer to life of every individual on the face of the earth, those who are in power or government and those that are not. Those who are in government either have that power to do and cause the oppression by the consent of the people or by oppression. This is what we came up into. And very few religions counter that. Very few religions counter to the extent of rejecting what exists for the betterment of what could be. And yet, truth demands it. Life demands that you stand up against prejudice. Life demands that you stand up against anything that would rob anyone of any part of life. Life demands it. So what I am saying to the people everywhere, you are living under the authority of Satan. And when I say that, I'm saying that you are not yielding yourself to the power of love. You see, love is not just for your spouse or your children or you, what we call our immediate family, or what we might call our community, or what we might call our race. No. Love is bigger than that. Love is the affection, the oneness that one has with life. With life. And wherever life is, there's love. So, when you see anything, poverty, ghettos. So, having said all of this, this is what I'm saying to all the people of the earth. It has been prepared that you would never have to worry about food. It has been prepared that you would never have to worry about clothing, that you would never have to worry about housing. It has been prepared that you would never have to worry about education. It has been prepared that you will never have to worry about health care. It has been prepared that you will never have to worry about transportation, infrastructure, or any of the things that humankind imagine and decide they want to do. Why has it been prepared? Because this is heavenly. And as in heaven, so on earth. Who is responsible to make sure that that which is in heaven is recognized on earth? Those who are familiar with it. The evidence that here in America, just for an example, whenever we got to speaking about God in relationship to treatment of people in America, the real authority was always murdered. Talk don't mean that much. You got people all over America talking about freedom, talking about basic rights and justice rights and voters' rights. They are just talking. They are not standing up for anything. They're just talking. This is what they feel. This is what we feel. But it doesn't mean enough for us to get up and say we're not going to take it anymore and mean it. Because evil kills. And if you don't really know the truth, if you just run in your mouth, you're not ready to die. Again, everywhere, in Russia, North Korea, wherever people are standing up, they die. Why? Because Satan is not yielding any power to anyone. So to say that you are real means that you're standing up. When you say the teachers are upset because They are being mistreated. They are protesting. They are just saying this is peaceful protest. This is peaceful protest. Now, what does peaceful protest? How does it influence the devil? They might give you a percentage, or they might not do anything. But your right is to have everything heavenly. And how is that met, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who might be asking that question? Every last one of us, just like we breathe, just like we got a fingerprint, every last one of us have a gift. We don't know what it is, most of us. A gift that in exercising it gives us our greatest joy. There's no greater joy than knowing who you are, why you are, and being that. You don't even worry about the other stuff. And usually when it comes that good to you, you don't have to, because something, for some strange reason, makes sure that all those other needs are met. In America, they pay you big money, millions and millions of dollars just for being free. Usually you're singing or dancing or playing some kind of sport. Or you're lying and cheating, ripping somebody off. That's the way that game is played. But the truth is, you're not supposed to live that way. In America and all over the globe, we are living the way we live because of the authority of the anti-God. It was in place before you came here. Those of you who are in government, it was in place before you got in government. It was in place before you came here. Those of you who call yourself royalty, who got all the power, got all the money, the wealth in an environment, and you've had it all your life, and you definitely don't want to give it up. But be that as it may, this is a part of hell's plan. What I'm saying, to be the richest person in America or the richest person on earth might seem fantastic to everybody else, but it is a part of hell's plan. It makes you think that one day you can get a piece of that. What did he do to do that? Maybe you can practice. Somebody's selling something that he did because somebody else wants some more money. But it's not bringing us together. It's not healing our bodies. It's not ridding the cancer of the social dispensation that's destroying us. Well, the power to fix it is in our hands. The message that we say is going to come down from the clouds and back to the earth, it will be a message before a body. And the message will come like it's coming here. But unless this message is given life force, it will be nothing but just words. Just words. So I say to everybody that's protesting about anything, make sure when you go public on a protest, it is a protest for everybody that's protesting about anything, any and everywhere. And wherever people are, they might not be able to congregate together, but just make it known. And wherever you are, you protest wherever you are. If you're in this city, then you protest in this city. If you're in this state, in this city, in this state, in this city, you protest everywhere. You don't have to come all to Washington, but you protest everywhere. And you do the same kind of protest as is efficient to make the message known that you're resisting Satan. You're not going to live anymore under racism. You're not going to live anymore under hatred and bigotry. You're not going to be lying just to get by. You're not going to be cheating and stealing, and you're not going to be living in the ghettos, and you're not going to be walking around looking like somebody trying to make a fool out of you, and you acting like a fool because you're blind and don't know better. Because somebody cares about you, and somebody's standing up to tell you about it, but it's saying that one person can't stand and make a change in the world. It can start, but for the change to come, it's because we're walking together. We're soldiers in the army of truth, making love everywhere we go. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please be advised and make a move. Until next time, Eddie Marcus.